The Johannesburg and Etigeni municipalities are co-piloting an exciting new approach to make our urban parks more safe and lively to be in. The Park Activators Training Program trains local residents to become park activation coordinators who facilitate and coordinate a wide variety of activities like games and sports with local communities. Their hope is through partnership and some fun, of course, to make our urban parks more lively, safe and accessible. In a park in Hillbrow, I meet Ayanda Roji, who's a driving force for public spaces in South Africa and the Parks Activation Program.
So this park is in the middle of the inner city. It's called Polinja Park. It's such an important asset of the city, but also of the community. It serves diverse groups of people, but also there are children that come and use the space. So it's such an important space. But it was a difficult space because it was closed. There were people who experienced homelessness that lived in the park. So it was difficult. So we chose this space to transform it to work for the community. I think basically PAC's role is about coordinating activities with the community because we've got diverse users. So I think it's important to coordinate so that there's no clash in terms of the use of the space. And also it helps to have PACs because they deter crime because of activation and having someone who's sort of there, like who serves like a champion for the city.
And in the morning, like 6 o'clock, down there, women here, around here, community, they're coming to gym. Yeah. There's a gym staff down there. Okay. It's part of activity for the day. Every morning, 6 o'clock, women come here, community come down there and do exercise. You know, we are living in a bad area. If I have to go back, before this park was not active, like everyone was coming here, people were coming inside here and selling drugs, but now they don't have access anymore since I am here.
First, I love the public spaces, I've said. So now you find people homeless, I've worked with them, helped them to go for rehab, come back, have a relationship with them.
What we found is that public spaces like this one, they are like community touch points. They're the first contact for communities to engage the city, whether they want to know about job opportunities or training opportunities or want to find out about social grants. So they are important social assets for communities.
And over in Durban, the PAC program is already being piloted. I meet Nomfundo Phewa at Freedom Park in KwaMashu to find out how the city is planning to activate its parks.
As you can see, it's quite a wide park, and so the main challenge is people actually not knowing the value of parks. So that's where the Park Activation Program came in, where we try to entice members of the communities and just basically inform them that this is an open space, it's there for you to use, activate it how you see fit, so that once you start activating it, you start seeing less crime and people seeing that, no, this is very active, this is a very active space. I can't do my criminal activities there, instead let me just go there for recreational activities. So what you find there are some young ladies that are basically engaged in indigenous dances. And what you also find are the elderly. So we don't just look into just the young, we tap into the lifespan, the whole lifespan. So that's children from your ECD programs right up until the elderly, as you can see. So we engage them in active mobility. How can they keep fit? They always complain, oh, my back is sore, oh, this is that. Why not come out and move your body? So we partnered with Tobani, which is Tobza Bike's cycle center. So he also activates some of our parks through bringing these cycle programs to our various parks.
We also hear from Dawn Govender, who highlights how the Park Activation Initiative has benefited from aligning itself with the expanded Public Works program.
We looked at the platform at City Park and say, how can we now look at this program and how can we bring the PAC program, the Park Activator program in? Let's look at the platform to use it for different type of programs. So we were fortunate that we worked with a lot of people, and when we looked at the PAC program, we looked at how can we bring this program in and address one of the key challenges that we have in South Africa, which is safety. So that's how we linked EPWP and the PAC program.
So we have an initiative or partnership with UN Habitat Global Public Space Program and GIZ Inclusive Crime and Violence Prevention Program, and also we worked with local NGOs in the city. So those partners are so important in terms of the success of the program. It's not easy, anything that involves people, but having partners like GIZ, they helped us in terms of bringing our national counterparts to play a role in terms of assisting us with EPWP, but also to work with communities themselves. Like in this park, we have Margaret. She helped us because she was already working with the communities here. So she played such an instrumental role in terms of bringing different parties together. So it's not easy. It can be messy. Public space, I think, is more interdisciplinary, you know. So it's just about where do you see those connections and explain to people or to government departments, okay, transport, this is your stake when it comes to public space. We've got people in those flats, they need to go to a park or they need to go to the market. So you have a role in terms of them navigating the city in order to get to their destination.
The success of the program has rested on local and international collaboration between multiple stakeholders with a common mission.
So the overall view is to basically get the park as active as can be, get it as clean as can be, basically beautify the park. As you can see, we have these lovely flowers, bring in indigenous plant species so that even young babies from a young age can learn, oh, what tree is that? You know, they're easily identifiable that, oh no, this is an indigenous tree and we need this tree because of A, B and C. Bring different programs to the park, let people see the park being used for its intended purpose. My wish for the park is to see it continue being active and to hopefully over time see a gradual decrease of criminal activities that happen in these different parks.
And just in your own view, what would your message be to other cities or people in the planning space to implementing similar projects?
I think the involvement of young people to be champions of looking after urban facilities is another way of bringing them at the table in terms of urban development.
With Johannesburg and Durban leading the way, park activators may just be what your neighborhood needs.